Did we just flip bullish on the Bitcoin market? Did Jerome Powell ignite the switch that he's going to send Bitcoin back up to retest that 72,000 support level? Well, we're going to break down a couple of key things that came out of not only Jerome's speech today, but more importantly, some things going on in the background, as well as some technical indicators that, well, are showing pretty bullish signals to come with cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. All of that in this video. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Let's get right into it. So welcome back, everybody. Like I said, Jerome Powell in front of the Senate today talking about monetary policy for the US. Now, there wasn't any specifics related to crypto, but the reality is we are waiting for that reduction in inflation. We want to see a rate cut, and that ultimately will support a market narrative. Now, recently we saw the market decline as low as 53,500. Today, though, does look like it's on the move back up. Looks like we're about to retest. Hopefully, we hold a 58K price point. So what came out of Jerome Powell's speech? Well, he talked about CPI, he talked about PPI, and the point here is that he'll be data-driven with a sentiment of they want to reduce rates. However, the data has to continue to suggest that inflation is under control. This obviously is supportive of a better market, while at the same time supporting a jobs market as well. Remember, the dual mandate for the Fed is all around the monetary policy and getting interest rates to 2%, while at the same time driving a very good labor market. And a lot of the indicators are moving in the right direction. So the market liked that today. We actually saw this move. Now, we do have CPI coming very, very soon. In fact, it's in the next couple of days. And if that comes in bullish, that would absolutely drive the sentiment that we could even see a reduction rate. Now, it doesn't look likely, but he was pretty dovish in terms of how he talked about all the financial markets, including cryptocurrency, may be affected by the Fed more aggressive approach to interest rates in response to higher than expected inflation. And that's what we're looking for. If the inflation data comes in on point, we could see a very nice market move. Now, chuck that into this, and everyone seems to be talking about Mt. Gox. It's what people believe has caused a significant amount of fear in the market. But we uncovered something on this channel on the other day when we were talking specifically about iShares and BlackRock. They weren't buying Bitcoin while the Germans continued to dump from their government wallet, while always people were nervous about Mt. Gox. Well, turns out Mt. Gox ultimately will be giving back anything between $6 and $8 billion to investors that they will get in October and November. That's right, it's not coming anytime soon. The Germans continued to dump their markets, but guess who decided to buy? That's right, the ETFs came alive with BlackRock buying 3,500 Bitcoin today only for their ETF. So the whole Mt. Gox situation all of a sudden has just been forgotten about. We've got to wait till October, November, which by that point could be a very interesting market. Now, what's also interesting when you start talking about this is some of the technical data that people are talking about, which could see us starting to test $64,000 once again on Bitcoin. There's a very interesting technical perspective here that gives you a breakdown from our lender and a bullish flag pattern forming in the Bitcoin market. And this absolutely could align to the two big catalysts that we already talked about to drive this market higher. Now, it's a very interesting chart. I'll try and give you a little bit of a better picture here. And again, it talks about the bullish flag coming in on this consolidation phase, albeit a slight decline, ready for the bottom end bounce to the upside, around 53,500 being the bottom. We talked about that on the live stream. And again, now a push to the upside, testing 64, potentially even going as high as 70. Don't forget, 72,000 is a key part for us from a resistance level. And we do actually need to break the 72 for a stronger move. The double top scenario as an example, and then the push towards 110,000. So there is definitely some indicators that are flashing bullish alongside some of this news. And finally, a chapter in cryptocurrency history does feel like it's coming to a close and everyone can move on. And we saw that from FTX. They finally announced all their payment structures and who's going to get it. And the executives, along with Sam Bankman-Fried, will ultimately be sentenced very soon. That is Gary Wang and Nishad Singh. Ultimately, October the 30th is where Wang will be sentenced, where Singh will be sentenced, and Wang sentenced scheduled for November 20th. Now, at the minute, there is no discussions around what's happening with Caroline Ellison, but interesting to know that they will all be sentenced and ultimately put under that, 4 charges of wire fraud, securities fraud, and many other. But we do know that lots of those investors will be getting their money back. And that is actually a pretty bullish moment for the market. So when we round this up, Specifically where we sit right now, well, there is lots of catalysts that are just waiting for the market to move. We saw obviously the bottom coming on BTC here on the daily chart right now, but we are currently retesting the 200 exponential moving average. If we can see a break above this line here, this could be a very interesting little zone between here where Bitcoin might want to retest. Getting as high as the 50 simple could be good news. The rest of the altcoin market starting to move. Don't forget, we're still under $1 trillion for the altcoin market, which is everything minus Bitcoin. So the price right now, albeit it feels like we've moved today, is incredibly suppressed. So think about the news that's coming, think about all those positives that are coming, while at the same time, some of those chapters that are in our history are closing. All indications are now pointing to, I think, as we all want, a very bullish July. Let me know in the comments down below. What do you think of all of these stories? What do you think of where the price of Bitcoin is going to go? Did we hit the bottom at 53.5? Let me know in the comments down below. I do appreciate you guys, and I do read the comments as well, so it really supports the channel. And also, if you enjoyed the content, smash that like button. We're on our way, fingers crossed, to get to 30k subscribers very, very soon. So if you're not already, come and join the community. Check out the links in the description, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.